The Ten Commandments Part 1. Good day, friends. Today we're going to explore the Ten Commandments of Yahweh and learn from them. The Ten Commandments serve as guidelines given to us by Elohim so that we can lead a happy life, live in harmony, and understand what He expects from us.
We find the Ten Commandments in Exodus 20, and for those interested in Hebrew, Exodus is known as Shemoth in Hebrew.
The first commandment says, "You shall have no other gods before me." This means we should only worship, serve, and love one Elohim. We must not worship objects or idols.
The second commandment prohibits making any carved images and bowing down to them.
Therefore, we should not create images of anything in the heavens, on the earth, or in the sea, and bow down to them to serve or worship them.
We shouldn't even make a wooden object that depicts our Creator or Yahshua, who is in heaven, and bow down to it.
No Yarisha, as Yahweh said, we should not make any image that represents something in heaven and bow down to it.
The wooden cross is indeed an image of Yahshua and refers to what He did for us, and many people bow down before the cross to worship it. Is that right?
Decide for yourself. Here is a carved wooden image that refers to someone in heaven, and people bow down before the cross. Isn't that what the second commandment prohibits?
That's absolutely right. We don't read about this in the Bible. Therefore, the second commandment is clear. We must not make any carved image or likeness that is in heaven, on the earth, or in the sea, and bow down to them to serve or worship them.
The third commandment says, "Do not use the name of Yahweh in vain." That is, do not misuse it. We must respect Yahweh's name. It also means not diluting, distorting, or misrepresenting the word. Many people have diluted and distorted the name of Yahweh, and now they call Him Lord, which isn't even a Hebrew name.
Now, friends, the fourth commandment says, "Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy."
Holy means to set it apart. It means keeping the day differently than the world does. We should not work, buy, or engage in sports on the Sabbath day. We should rest, dedicate the day to Him, read the Bible, and sing praises to Yahweh.
Now, friends, in the first four commandments, we learn how to acknowledge and love Yahweh. And now, in the following commandments, we'll see how to love our neighbor. This is precisely what Yahshua meant by the two greatest commandments in the law.
Now, the fifth commandment is, "Honor your father and mother, that your days may be prolonged." We must honor, respect, and love our moms and dads. We should listen to them and be obedient.
If we don't listen to them and disrespect them, we deserve death according to Yahweh. By showing love to them, we also show love to Yahweh, as He entrusted them to us.
The sixth commandment says, "You shall not murder." It's a clear command. We must respect other people's lives.
That's true, but many people hate their neighbor so much that they wish them dead. They're essentially speaking death over that person.
Exactly. Without realizing it, we speak death through our words and thoughts.
The seventh commandment, "You shall not commit adultery." This means that parents, like mom and dad, are in a covenant with each other because they're married, so they must keep the marriage covenant and not divorce.
The eighth commandment, "You shall not steal." We may not take what doesn't belong to us. This doesn't show love for one another. It's also a law we must obey. Otherwise, we could end up in prison.
The ninth commandment, "You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor." Do not spread lies about your neighbor. By doing this, we don't show love for each other.
Now, we come to the 10th commandment. "You shall not covet your neighbor's house, your neighbor's wife, or anything that belongs to your neighbor." We shouldn't desire other people's possessions.
Coveting is when you strongly desire something that isn't yours. If you envy your friend's toys or bike, and your parents can't buy it for you, you might even get angry with them. This goes against the fifth commandment, to honor your parents.
Some people want it so much that they steal. Then they break not only the 10th commandment, but also the 8th.
So, we mustn't allow our desires to lead us into sin. These are the 10 commandments according to Exodus or Shemoth 20. By obeying them, We show love to Yahweh and to our neighbor.
In the next video, we'll briefly summarize the 10 commandments so that they can be easily remembered.
And then we will also see what happened after Yahweh gave the people the 10 commandments. May you have a blessed day. Shalom.